Hey, guess what? 500 videos and stuff. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go through the motions here. So yeah, this is number 500, a fairly significant number. However, I don't really care that much. Like, yeah, it's halfway to 1,000. It's, I don't know. I just, like I said, I don't really care that much. But I'm still doing something anyway. I didn't really have any big ideas for it, so I decided to just ramble on for a while about a few things that people might be wondering, and I will play Big Tip's Adventure 2 while doing so. Just to clear this up right away, I still don't plan on doing a full LP of this game at all, because I'd still rather have other people play it themselves. However, I have actually done a recorded playthrough of this, and you can find it if you beat the entire game and find the big if you find the big secret at the end. So if that's motivation for you to play through it, then I guess that's motivation for you to play through it. However, if you can't because of system problems, or if you just don't really feel like it, there are a couple other playthroughs out there. One of them is by Omega1201. It's up through level 6 currently, I think, unless it's updated recently and I haven't checked. And one is by RQ146. That one is, he just finished level 8. So yeah, neither of them are finished yet, but they probably will be. And for other people who consider playing through this, that's also a possibility. But anyway, one thing that a lot of people that I've noticed over time is that a lot of people spell my screen name wrong. They say Bidkip, and sometimes the logic behind that is that they think it's a combination of Mudkip and Bidoof, but it is not, because it isn't Bidkip, it's Bictip, and the name was actually made up before either of those Pokemon even existed. It was made up in, I think, 7th grade, which was I don't even know what year, I can never keep track of that stuff. But yeah, I guess that was 13, 14. So, about 6 years ago, I guess. And it actually wasn't made up by me. It was made up by my best friend Harrison, because the year before that, in 6th grade, he and I sort of made these things we called the strange creatures. It was a very obvious ripoff of Pokemon, but a lot stupider, and it wasn't meant to take itself seriously, and so we just sort of created these creatures. We drew them out and thought of what powers they had and stuff, but didn't ever do anything with it. And Bictip was not one of the first ones to be made up, but it turned out to be one of our favorites just because it's so simple looking and kind of funky. And yeah, we know it looks like the sort of logo / alien from the movie Evolution, but I don't think that was the inspiration for it. But anyway, I think it was shortly after the Bictip character was made, Harrison actually started on this fanfic called Bargo the Bictip that we posted on this board called the Ultimate Board of Cool Stuff. And what we did is we would take turns writing the chapters of it, and it was very, very bad. And we knew this, but we just sort of kept it going, just sort of because it was fun to write, I guess. I don't know, we just would think up stupid ideas and come up with it and sort of hope that someone would read it, even though nobody ever did. And it's pretty much unreadable because just the way it's written is really bad, and also you have to know what every single strange creature is to really understand what's going on. So I was going to read a chapter of that here. Yeah, the first chapter written by him Bargo wakes up in a large field. He glances around to see the grass stretching for miles, slowly rippling in the wind. He feels groggy and injured. He notices the bruises all over him, but he cannot remember what they are from. In fact, he cannot remember anything at all other than a vague face half in shadow. He feels well enough to get up. He does so slowly, wincing from pain. He looks out, and there seems to be nothing but field for as far as he can see. He starts to walk. It takes him 5 days to reach anything of importance, but all it is a country dirt road. He decides that since the grass will probably never end, he will take the road. He travels on it for 2 weeks, occasionally taking a random pick of a side in a fork in the road. He finally reaches something resembling civilization. It's a dilapidated old farmhouse by a pen with some circus dogs and kibs. He heads to the door, spelt D-O-R-R, and knocks. A small panel in the middle of the door opens, and the barrels of a shotgun come out. After a minute, they are taken back in, and a head pokes out. It looks around to see what made the noise, and finally sees Bargo on the step. He jumps a little. "What the Pokemaster Ian are you?" There is too much dirt in his throat to respond. "Well, you better come in, then," the old farmer says. He closes the panel and opens the door. He picks up Bargo and carefully takes him inside, but then places him on the soft couch with a blanket over him. "We'll need to get you washed up sometime, but you rest now, you hear?" he says. Bargo nods, but immediately falls to sleep. And then here's my chapter. In about 2 years, Bargo finally woke up. With a thanks, he left the house and went on adventure. Through the crowd of kibs and circus dogs, of some now evolved into circus dogs on balls and Kirby's, he went. God, this is badly written. When he was about 15 miles away, he said, "Oh crap, I forgot my tooth." Then a Steigo came roaring out of the ground with a package. He browned, while I was getting sick of the word said, "Hello, my name is Steigo, and I'd like to come with you." Bargo said, "Hey, what's in the package?" The Steigo responded after about an hour with, "I don't know." Bargo said that Steigo needed to talk slower, and he said, "Okay, I will." And then Green Lantern updated it. Don't ask too much of me. So yeah, as you can tell, the first chapter, it seemed like he was trying to take it seriously, at least a little bit, and then I just completely screwed with it, and, like, I guess we found that hilarious. I don't know. So, I don't know. So, yeah, that's where Bick Dip came from. As for, like, Bick Dip on a bus, that was actually a name that I made up for Gunbound, because, prior to that, my normal name to use on, like, message boards and stuff was Jesh, and that was too short of a name. Or or it was already... God, I can't talk. That, or it was already taken, I don't remember which. But, so then I decided to go with something Bick Dip-ish, and I was like, at the time, Jonah, one of my brothers, was, like, obsessed with buses for some weird reason, and so I just thought of Bick Dip on a bus. And the name kind of stuck, and so I've been using it for a lot of stuff since then. As for the name... Oh, crap. As for the name Jish, that was just sort of like... Somebody called me that in, like, 4th grade. Like, just one time. And then, when I needed to create a screen name... Oh, man, I'm gonna die. And when I needed to make a screen name at, the Pokemasters forum, which was the very first message board I ever went to, I just decided to go with that. And that's... Ah, damn it. I knew I was gonna die. Oh well, you weren't missing too much. At the top of that you get the ocarina, and then you can use it to reach, like, a cloud place. So I'll just wander around aimlessly for a while. But yeah, that pretty much explains all that stuff. One other thing I wanted to clear up is the number of children amok. I have 6 younger siblings, only one of which is a girl, and all of us have names beginning with J, which is very, very annoying, and I don't know why we ever did that. But, I don't know where I'm going. Whatever, I'll just pause. Yeah, those are, like, some people seem to think those are my kids. They're not. I don't have kids. I've never even had a girlfriend. So, like, aside from online ones. So, yeah, it's just, I call them the kids, but people always seem to think they're mine for some reason. I don't know. So, that's pretty much it. There was, like, one other subject I kind of wanted to talk about, but I probably shouldn't because it's kind of dodgy, so it would probably be in my best interest to leave that one out. And I know this is kind of a crappy 500th. I didn't really do anything spectacular. I thought that I might do, like, a redub of a Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series episode or something, but nah, I didn't want to do that. So, like, if you have any random questions to ask me, I guess you can do that, and I'll just answer them either in another video or in the comments. But, like, I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. That's all I've got. Normal updates will continue, I guess.